3-unit drawbar, double stack, 53 foot. Those were part of these green covered hoppers with the loco was part of a diorama that I did that had the snow plows and the interstate. Although BN never did run on the UP line, was where that was taken. I got my buffer car. These three I've had. I just got them out. Yes, they're dusty. And of course it ties in with the blue tankers that I got. Steel coil car, and those are the new ones I just got. Well, actually those are the new ones there, the BNSF ones. But I just got those. Just took everything out of the packages last night. And I got found these MKT. Yeah, I threw one, another MKT, and found 3 more BNSF hoppers. So, like I said, I'm going to change it to two row elevators so I can get a line back through there. This will all be built up here. That line there where the tankers will curve off and be that line. I'll incorporate a turnout here that comes into the yard, and I'll just take these out, take some of these out, and put the ladder track system in maybe. What my plan is now is that with 30 inches over here and 30 inches over there against the closet, I have enough room to do an 8-inch center peninsula down to this point here, all the way to that wall, which would be the yard. That's where the ladder track system is going to go. So maybe I can get, well, I could definitely get 8. I can definitely do 4 tracks. It's going to be like 8 inches wide with 24-inch aisles. And I figured with it as loaded as it is, it's not going to bother me with my stomach. And even if I sit down, maybe I could, even walking, maybe I could do more than 8 inches. But, you know, that's up. I haven't figured that out yet. But I figured that way. And that would just be a stubended yard coming off from that far end down there. I'm going to take the elevators and move to the south wall. The truck stop will still be where that cedar chest is at. Cold storage against that wall. Like I said, those elevators will be along the south wall, minus where the, well, I still have to figure, the Y will have to come in. There'll be a Y coming in, because I think I'm going to take a track over to the cold storage. I can still have, that wall's big enough to do the cold storage. Like I said, the truck stop at the cedar chest, and then maybe something back in the corner. If I want to do continuous running, because then the line will come this way and then circle around behind the elevator. And that will be my main line there, which I'll change that out to concrete ties when I do this. And then I might change out that piece of flex track there to concrete ties, because that would then be the main, and that's the siding where the long string of covered hoppers are sitting. And then where the coal cars and the other covered hoppers, that'll be the main line. So that's going to circle around into this center, which is going to be 24 inches, which may not work, because that's 48. 24 and 24 is 48. Okay. I guess maybe I can do a loop. I can do it from that side, no problem, because I can go against the wall and then come in. But from this side, if I loop around and then come back, I might have to have like a 3/4 of a turn to come back into the yard, to come back this way into this yard. Because, and these 3 tracks will stay here, maybe. I might convert all 3 of these when I bring this switch in here. Bring all these down this way and then take these out. And then those get pushed over further. So that way I can have an intermodal yard from about this position all the way down to the far end of the elevator. That would give me about, let's see, that's 4, 8, 12, 16. That'd give me a 20-foot intermodal yard. And for what the container car capacity that I have and the containers that I want to build and the ship that's going to be built here, I would probably need that much space to have enough container space parking over here to fill this container ship. with the trucks that are going to be moving it. See, if I only use this, what I have set up now as my intermodal yard, which is this here up over to the road, and this being parking for the containers, I don't think there'd be enough space to park enough containers to fill the container ship. But there could be, because the ship is going to be less than 8 feet long. And if all these containers, it might be long enough. But I thought I'd shoot some video again. So like I said, both these, well, all three, if I continue with that one, add more to it, and add more to this one, these three grain elevator complexes would be from here to there, and maybe even over there, because the cold storage was going to be there. Truck stop was going to be here. Like I said, this is the main line. That's going to go 24 and 24. That's going to go 24 here and 24, and then have to maybe come back 3/4 inch or 3/4 of a turn, and then 8 inches wide, stopping 2 feet from down there. So that would be roughly a 20-foot yard, and stub-ended. Well, not technically stub-ended, but a ladder track on the other end just to get the engines. So the engines could pull in and then take the ladder track down to one siding that would be open all the time, so the locals could come back. But I finally found the BN. That was my first BN DCC unit. That other one that I showed you, it's just a DC unit, this one here. But I might have to get it converted over. And this being Texas, I'll have to clean the snow off. But, you know, maybe I'll just leave it like this. You know, I have room down there to do something, a room over there to do something. And then maybe that would be the main line. If I ladder track system here, bringing these down. You know, if I move the elevators around to the south wall, I could maybe extend this yard, put the intermodal yard further on down, put the elevators over on the south wall, or no, because that would only be 10 foot. By the time I made my turn, and then I'd still only have an 8-foot intermodal yard, and that's what this one is right now. Well, it's 4 feet from here, 8 foot from there to there, and of course I lose out on space because I made that. So see, if I move the elevators, that would get tore up, and I'd have that space again. If the elevators get moved, I could tie back in and have a through track intermodal yard. And I could maybe extend this whole section here would get moved to be over here. So then I could put another 4-foot intermodal yard in. See, I got way too many ideas going on in my head right now. So, and all of these boxes down here, minus the blue ones, minus those. Well, those are good. Those are well cars. Those are the conveyors, or the legs. Those are containers, well cars in that one. 3 layers of well cars in that one. 3 layers of well cars in that one. Those are both 5 units here. And then there's containers in that one. Well, there's container chassis in that one. Containers, some containers in that one. Containers. There's some containers. And I have some more containers. Going through both of them, I think there's a box back there that's well cars and containers, and then a whole bunch of boxes there. So anyway, I need to go. Way past what time I was wanting to leave, but that's fine. I got time to kill, actually. But so, ideas, thoughts. I think I just might do that. Like I said, move the elevators to the south wall. Then I can expand any length. I could add more to each one, make them longer. even with the 48-inch radius coming back into the center for the, well, if I do that, if I move them over there, this gets pushed down. The intermodal yard here, I'd push it down to the end. And if I decide to do through tracks, well, then it will get down to that way. So both of those there are 4 foot too. So that'd be 4, 8, 12 for the intermodal yard. And the highway's already on these 2 sections, and actually all 4 sections. I've already got the highway, and the highway's on the back side of this one. So elevators over there, maybe an elevator over there, cold storage there, truck stop there, elevator, 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 and then the intermodal yard, which is 2, 6, 10, well, let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, and then 2 foot, well, actually 30 inches. Or push it down and use 1, 2, 3 sections for the intermodal yard, and then I could extend that yard 2 tracks coming down to someplace in here and then back in. That would make that yard longer, and the ladder track system down there. I think that would work. I was going to do the auto rack yard back there. I can pull the brewery this way a little bit, and then have an oil refinery on the back wall, a backdrop, and then have a siding for my 2 gas cars. The other 2 will be syrup cars for the or chemicals for the brewery or whatever. Steel coil, yeah. So these are just like, I think that's gonna work. I'll just make do with what I got. And I do have the tables. I can put one of the new tables there and a new table there. Double up on the 2 tables here to make the truck stop. Anyway, I gotta go.